Okay, I almost forgot to mention this conversation when I did the other video log, so I might as well bring it up now. But pretty much everybody should know by now because Google have posted messages all over their programs, whether they're YouTube, Gmail, Blogger, whatever is Google related. They have posted all the messages. Starting March 1st, Google is going to be on the process of changing their privacy policy. Um, for it will no longer have multiple privacy restrictions and guidelines. Everything that is Google owned will have be under one policy, one form. I have checked out the form, read it carefully, and I'm now going to give my opinion on what Google is doing. Um, on a whole, on one half, I actually can understand why they want to do it. This, especially since everything is going to be connected to one account or basically multiple accounts. Um, they pretty much want to make it less confusing for their clients to understand the privacy use of their programs, understand how to do sharing, whether it's blog or sharing emails or sharing information with others, whether it's basically telling someone about their birthdays, which is pretty much the social sites like like Google Plus, or just keeping dates of important, very important appointments. They also said that they are also going to be, they're going to make sure that whatever they do, if they do want to share your files or profiles, anything that is private or you place as private onto your site, they will inform you before they do anything with it. Which I gotta say, for Google, they have done a pretty decent job with that. I understand that the feds have gone on them and actually had to pay penalties for misinforming information about their privacy. But for the whole, when I'm doing something and I know it has to involve like something like Yahoo or other programs, they at least let me know that you're about to share this with this. Do you want to do that? Are you sure you want to do that? Or they inform me that someone is trying to engage in a multiple account with me. So, on a whole, they do inform people about that procedure. However, my concern is what will not fall on the private policy, the new private policy guidelines, because let's face it, Facebook has gotten into a whole lot of trouble. They end up having paying fines off the wall, and yet they're still doing the same thing that they were told not to do. Perfect example is South Carolina primaries. They wanted to share certain messages that was going out, both private and non-private, to certain distributors to see how the young people were reacting. They didn't know it was a big deal, but to me it is, because if I have my profile private, it means private. Um, if anything, what Facebook has done is basically prove to me that nothing is private when you're in a social network, and they really don't care about holding your privacy as long as they can use it to gain profit themselves, because that's exactly what they do. They gain a lot of money for that, and I really have very little respect for the people behind Facebook. If anything, they're going down the same road as MySpace have when they uh, went over their heads and basically destroyed their own social site. What was at one time a very reliable site, but that's a different story for a different day. As for Google, the government is a little concerned. They are looking heavily into this. They're looking very closely into the investigation. I'm looking closely into to this as well. I want to see exactly how much more this will be affected. Because, like I said, they are telling you all the stuff you want to hear. They're not telling you what's not in that policy, and that's the thing that concerns me more. What is not in that what doesn't fall on that private privacy policy or that policy to begin with? What have they removed? from the policy, and I've been reading it up. It looks like they haven't really made much change, but put everything as one. But you gotta ask yourself, what does not fall in that criteria, and what can you do, as well as what I can do, to protect myself for wrong information getting into the wrong hands. That's my major concern, and I know that's the government's major concern when it comes to them changing policy, especially after they already took a little bit of slack for what they have done earlier. They said that they're defending this policy, that it's needed to that way it won't be confusing, which I do agree that you want to have everything in one particular piece of document. But still, when they do that, you gotta keep an eye open and see what they're planning for, and what they added and what they didn't add it, and then see if whether or not you actually agree uh, with the changes that Google has made. So, what do you think about that? Have you read the new policy that they have? Because they did set it out, um, or or do you think it's not a big deal? Do you think it's a major big deal? Would that affect you using any of Google's products, whether it's Facebook, whether it's G Plus, Gmail, Blogger, Yahoo, or G Music? Um, Let me know what you think about this. Until then, this is J77 signing off.